Hey guys, what is up? My name is Tori, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a little get to know me tag, but I'm going to put just kind of a twist on it. So a couple months ago during school, I did a video project that talked about the future and how different things could end up. And I looked at an article off, I think, the New York Times, I don't really remember. But right now I have up on my phone from projecthotmess.com, I'll leave a link in the description down below. The article is titled 9 Important Things You Need to Know About Yourself. So I'm going to look through and see if I know and see if I can answer, and maybe that can just give you a perspective about me. So number 1 is what makes you happy. And it says, if someone asks you the question, what makes you happy, how would you answer it? Do you know a list of things? And off the top of my head, I actually do. So my family is one of them, my friends is one of them, school is actually one of them, broadcasting during school, which is mainly what I do for the first 2 hours and sometimes after school. I also have our little broadcasting group, so they make me happy. Work makes me happy sometimes. I'm happy that it's summer, even though that's small and won't last that long. It's still there and it still counts, I think. I would say those are the big things that make me happy. Number 2 is what are your non-negotiables in relationships and friendships? And it says, knowing your non-negotiables can save you a whole lot of time spent in relationships and friendships that you don't like and aren't serving a purpose in your life. Which is very true, because this past year, I just finished my junior year, so I'm going to be a senior in high school, and this past year I've really learned as it's talking about the non-negotiables, there's a lot of things that I now will look for in friends and even relationships that I didn't before, because let's just say last year, complete learning experience. This whole new summer/year is a whole new slate for me. I learned a lot about people, because you really don't know people until you get to their core, or you lose them, or you see how they react when they lose you. It's a whole new learning experience. So my non-negotiables, there's a large list, but I'm just going to say a couple things. You both need to be putting effort into the friendship or relationship. You need to make sure you are similar, at least in some things, but you can't be similar in every type of thing. There's a lot of things that I think, but the most important thing is both putting your work in. Number 3 is how you respond to stress. So it says, what's your go-to stress response? Do you hide under a blanket and escape with a book, dive into a bucket of Ben & Jerry's, escape to the beach for the day, or become super organized and plan everything? As I mentioned before, this junior year for me was a whole learning experience for pretty much everything. And this past year, I was actually the captain of the dance team, and that gave me whole new learning experiences for everything, especially stress. That was a large new part of junior year that I experienced. All my junior year was stress. If you're going to be a junior, you're going to be stressed, and you probably were stressed because it's the worst year of high school of all. But don't get worried. The way that I think I respond to stress is dancing, which I think I've done for my whole entire life. I guess I respond to it in 2 ways. It's either dance, because even exercise states that it gets your energy out, like you can run something out. I used to run in middle school and I danced, but I used to run in middle school, and that also used to be how I could, get stress out. Now I think it's dance, and also becoming super organized with everything, because I think if I can just organize what's going on, then it'll be fine, and then we can come back to it. So I think that's the biggest way I deal with things. 4 is any medical conditions or issues, and it says, as a paramedic, which I guess is the author of this article, this is a big one for me. I'm always surprised by the number of patients we go that have no idea about their medical conditions. I'm fine. I really have nothing on this. I'm good. I'm healthy. We good. So 5 is what kind of person you want to be, and it says in the article, is the kind of person you are now the same as the kind of person you want to be? Who do you aspire to be more like, and what are you going to do to make that happen? So I think all throughout high school, freshman, sophomore, and junior year have all been different types of years for me. Freshman year was not that great. Sophomore year has probably been my best year, and junior year has probably been the worst for my personal reasons. Not with anybody else, just me. And I have found who I want to be throughout the sophomore, junior, and currently going into senior years of high school. More so because I've never communicated with a lot of people on the basis that I am now. So with my radio TV class that I'm in that deals with broadcasting and everything, I've had to interview several people I've never talked to before. And it kind of makes me laugh because when I was little and I didn't want to talk to anybody, I was super shy, my face would turn red at absolutely anything. I would always make my mom order for me at restaurants or a haircut or anything that you could probably think of. I wanted to have my mom do it. Now that I've got so many new opportunities within this class and a club within this class, it's given me so many more opportunities to communicate with new people that I never had before. And I would usually be so scared to do something like that, but I'm really not anymore. Number 6 is your personality type. And it says, have you ever taken a Myers-Briggs personality test? No, it is one of the most insightful things you can possibly do. I was never one to believe in things like this, and I was always the biggest skeptic when I took the test as a part of a job, and it was like a light bulb that switched on. I've never taken this test. I don't have time, so I can't. But I could not tell you what my personality type is. So I guess I'm just going to sum it up in a couple words. I would like to say that I'm personable, as I've mentioned that I'm trying to be. I'm an honest person. If you ask me for something and you say, Tori, I want your honest opinion, I'm going to give it. I believe that I'm well educated. I've been in many honor classes over the years. I read a lot for fun, I read a lot for knowledge, and I've just been working on that since I was like 5, so that's definitely one. I really can't think of anything else because I don't know personally, so it's just a couple words. Number 7 is your strengths and what you're good at, and it says keeping in line with knowing your personality, it's also important to know what you're good at. These are the things you should be darn proud of and excited to say that you're good at. One I can think of off the bat is dance. I've been doing that since I was 4, and I have done it until my junior year of high school. So it's been a long road, and I know I'm good at that. The second thing would probably be broadcasting. I only know this because throughout my sophomore year, everybody pushed me in that class. My peers above me, my teacher especially, they pushed me to be better and better and better and better. And even if I made something at that point that was like the best thing I made, they'd just be like, you can do better. Just because they knew with a tiny little push I could be better at something. So number 8 is your weaknesses and what you're not so good at. And this states, have you ever been to a job interview and they ask, so what are your weaknesses? And the standard response is, my weakness is that I work too hard. No, I have more insight than that. So as it said, work too hard. I used to think that was me, but now I just think that I have so much energy and motivation to do something that it's not working too hard. Sometimes it's just you're working just enough and you get there. So I think one of my weaknesses, I think, is definitely kind of always wanting to be in a leader position, and if I'm in it, like, it's fine. But I usually always try to take charge of things. Most of the time it's because I'm the one who's been doing it the most, or most of the time I'm just doing it because nobody else is doing it. But I've noticed that I always try to take the leader position, and I don't need to do that because I don't always have to be the leader. Number 9 is your goals. So where do you see yourself in a few years' time? Do you think about what you're working towards? Your goals are just for your immediate future, and they aren't just for your long-range outlook. They all need to work together in order to actually achieve anything. So considering the fact that I'm still in high school and going into my last year of high school, what I have planned right now is graduate with my honors diploma, which I'm working for, and then go to college for 4 years to get my bachelor's degree, either in mass communications, media studies, or something in journalism/writing, which I have not yet made a decision, but that's okay, because that's just okay. So other than that, I really can't have anything yet because I haven't been given that much opportunity because, I still am so young. So number 9 was actually our last one. So I hope this little questionnaire could have given you some ideas about me that wasn't just generic, like my favorite color and all that stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm actually not sure what type of videos I'm going to be making. It could be skits, it could be just me talking, it could be me with friends, it could be us just hanging out. There's literally anything, but I have so many ideas up in this head and I just cannot wait to get them out onto a camera, edit them, and show them to you guys. So thank you for watching. You don't really know what to expect, so if you want to subscribe, go ahead, but I don't know what to expect either, so it's just a journey that we're both going to be on together because you do not have to have a plan for everything. Also, something I learned during junior year, maybe my next video should be about junior year because I mentioned it like 5 times. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.